Good morning, chicks and chickens. Welcome back to Old Man Farm. My name is Sid as always. Nice rainy day. I need the nice relaxing rain in my life right now. I'll get into that in a second. But first, let's go ahead and check. Somewhat annoyed. Well, I was determining whether or not we were going to go to the skull mines and try and get some iridium. I think that answers that. We have to give Honk some love for reasons I will get into. Oh, and hey, remember that chicken noodle soup I was talking about yesterday? Well, here's a picture of it. I made it. It was delicious. Yeah, it really, really hit the spot. Also, I guess by way of advertising, yeah, I put that on the Discord. We have a little sub-Discord for anything that people make, you know, whatever that is. It doesn't have to be food, but, you know, also pets and whatnot. So if anything interests you, the link is in the description. Whoa, lightning. Feel free to check that out. Yeah, I gotta tell you about Poke's little health scare, but let's read this letter for right now. Notice a chill in the air? It could just be the approach of winter. Or it could be the tinkle of a dark specter. Here to help us celebrate tomorrow's festival, the Spirit's Eve. Come to town at 10 p.m. if you'd like to participate. Of course I would. Are you kidding me? Of course I would. Okay, let's go ahead and pick some cranberries. So, yeah, actually, this happened yesterday. While I was editing yesterday's video, my partner came upstairs and said, I need you to come downstairs right now. I'm like, oh no. You know, my first thought is, you know, the dog's got in a fight. That hasn't happened, but I'm just always worried. You never know, right? Well, Poke was not walking right. She, I mean, the short version of it is her equilibrium was just annihilated. She was falling down when she would try to stand up. She was leaning very, very heavily towards the left, and she was panting and just terrified, honestly. And yeah, so I just immediately I just dropped what I was doing, threw her in. I mean, literally had to pick her up and put her in the car, and I took her to the vet. And, you know, oh, hey, Robin, son of a... Oh, Sid, don't mind me. Just found out that some of my wood was rotting in the worst way possible. Oh my god, well, that's horrible. Hi, Sinclair. So anyway, I took her to one animal hospital, and she... since she was not a... I have not... Oh, excuse me, I have to sneeze. Excuse me. Well, since she was not a patient at any local vet, you know, I ran in and they said that, you know, there's going to be all these onboarding fees and blah, 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 blah. And before they would even take her back to see her, they wanted, you know, payment. Which, you know what? That bothers me immensely. I understand that you know, you're doing a service, you need to be paid. I agree. But I don't see any reason why in an emergency situation you can't, you know, see the animal, or a human being for that matter, and then, you know, we can handle payment. We can set up a payment plan, whatever it is. You know what I mean? But anyway, they said no. So I went to the next one, and their vet was not in and would not be until Monday. But they gave me a place to go to take her. So I did just that. And they were closing in less than half an hour, but they were like, it doesn't matter, bring her in. You know, we're gonna get this handled. We gotta make sure your dog's okay. And so they did. We brought her in. She, again, I had to carry her in. She couldn't walk. She couldn't get out of the car. It was honestly just a nightmare scenario. But a little backstory: Poke has problems with ear infections. She gets them pretty regularly in her, what would that be? Her right ear. But you know, they're generally under control, right? I clean her ears out. We do various things to get it, you know, all back in order again. And they didn't look terribly bad right now, but you know, doctor looked at it. got all the information and everything. And then they also said her ears didn't look that bad. There's, you know, old scar tissue from like hematomas and whatnot. But as far as currently, it actually looked pretty clean. But she did some like basic tests with her eyes and things. Oh, we missed a cranberry down there. With Poke's eyes, and they were constantly drifting upwards. Which, if you have ever been around like someone who's very, very drunk, I mean, I'm here speaking from my own experience here, but if you've ever been around someone that's very, very drunk, or you yourself have been and you've gotten a sobriety test, you're not really in control of your eyes. They just sort of drift, you know what I mean, of their own free will. And so essentially, you know what, we're just going to keep doing this until we have 10 of one, right? Yeah, I'm going to put the missing stuff in here as well. Yes, that looks good. Okay, so, what was I saying? Oh, so her eyes were drifting upwards, and the doctor said that, you know, yes, it could be, her ear infection, messing with her equilibrium, obviously, you know, inner ear and whatnot. Or it could be just the fact that, you know, Poke is like 13 or 14 years old. It could just be she got vertigo. Or it could be a brain tumor, because she said that generally when their eyes are drifting upwards, not side to side, that it is not an equilibrium, like inner ear problem, it is a neurological problem. And given that Poke is so old, you know, I mean, tumors develop in dogs as they get older. We left without Grover. How dare we? But, you know, tumors are not uncommon in older dogs. And so, but she said, you know, there's no reason to get doom and gloom about it. You know, let's try the medication and see if it works. Well, medication was not cheap, but obviously I don't care. So we got that handled. We got her, you know, on a medication regimen, and she is already doing better. Obviously, this is less than a day later, but her eyes are no longer drift. I mean, they drift a little bit, but not nearly to the extent that they were. She's able to get up and down off the couch herself. She is walking. She has a little bit of a lean, but overall she's walking on her own, you know, able to control herself. So, a very long story short, it looks like she's going to be okay. Oh, Anton! What are your plans this morning? All you've been doing until now is just sitting and drinking energy drinks. What are you even drinking energy drinks for? Fratello, Lorenzo, relax. I don't know what fratello means. I'm assuming brother? No, wait, fratello. Fraternity. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, Shanice, your husband's blood pressure's spiking again. Oh dear. Relax, Lorenzo. Shanice, mi amor, you know it's not my fault. My brother's being stubborn again. I know, dear, but just relax, okay? Paula said we should be watching our blood pressure, especially at our age. This is just a common thing recently. And you, Anton. Whoops. You know that you have to pay for those energy drinks, right? And you aren't even working. What are those drinks for, anyway? Spiking my blood pressure? Honestly? I'm trying to cure a hangover. Oh no, been there. Anton. Goodness. Oh, Sid, how long have you been standing there? I'm sorry you had to see all that. Hey, everybody. It's okay. I do not judge. Mamma mia. Sid, I'm sorry you had to see that awkward exchange. Oh, hey, Sid. See, Anton's like, he gets it. My brother here is being stubborn early in the morning. some months ago, he started to take a break from his architecture career. Oh my god. But all this time, he's just been lazing around. It's all only because he... Oh, Lorenzo, enough. Calm down. You're right. I need to sit down for a bit. Hey, sorry you had to see all that. It's all my fault. Just don't mind what my brother said earlier. Those are my own problems. Something seems to be bothering Anton. Yes, it appears as much. Okay. I'm interested in that, Anton. I want to talk to you. Let's see, huh? Yes? Oh, no, I'm fine. Just lost in my thoughts. Haha. You sure about all that? Here. What a gift. Thank you. Okay, we're going to wander around and look for corn, because as I said, I don't really have much else I have planned today. But anyway, to wrap up that story about Poke, she is doing better. Obviously, we're just hoping that it was either some weird vertigo or, you know, an inner ear problem, and this medicine, these antibiotics, will be helping her out of it. But, you know, it was a sobering moment. I say sobering. Obviously, I am actually sober, but you know what I mean. It was a sobering moment to see. Oh my God, we've got another one. I'm trying to talk about my dying dog over here, guys. Oh, hello, Sid. So you came to see me play after all. I'm glad I didn't, but, well, since you're here, let me tell you about my schedule in more detail. I'll be playing here in the lobby Thursday through Sunday every fall and winter. On Thursdays and Fridays, I play from 5 to 9. On Sundays from 12 to 3. And on Saturdays, both those times. I'm not going to remember any of that, June. I'm sorry. Sorry, I had to sneeze. Why just fall and winter? Well, I work on a seasonal basis, so my job is pretty transient in nature. And to be honest, I really can't stand the heat. I understand you live on Old Man Farm, yes? I know it's a bit of a trek, but I hope you come see me play from time to time. Yeah, I would, honestly, I would love to. I just always forget. I'll be holding you to that, okay? You better not disappoint me. Well, I better get back to my work before Richard catches me slacking off. It was nice talking to you, Sid. Thanks for stopping by. Well, there's Shanice. Okay, say, I thought she might have worked up here. There you go. A birthday gift. That's very kind of you. I love it. Well, you are very welcome. Okay, so, try and round this out here. But, yeah, as I said, it was a very sobering experience. You know, it's the kind of thing, I mean, they always say, like, you know, oh, you're never ready and you don't know when it's going to happen and blah, blah, blah. And obviously she's fine. She didn't die. She's most likely not dying. But, you know, she is old, and it made me immediately start thinking, like, you know, how am I going to handle this? Like, how am I, you know, what am I going to do? Like, you know, and not even in the ways of, like, you know, oh, cremation, blah, blah, all that. It was more like, how am I going to deal with not having done things that I wanted to do with her, you know? And I know a lot of people don't think of their dogs that way, but Poke is, I don't know. I'm more attached to her than I am to most humans I've ever met in my life. She lived with me the whole time when we were in the van. It was just her and I, living in the woods, you know, and, there's just a lot of things that I have tried to let her be a part of and see in her, you know, time since I've had her, because if you've been around a while, you know Poke's story, and she did not have a good first few years of her life, and I've tried to give her as many good things as she can get, you know? So, that being said, I don't know. It's just, it makes you reassess things. And I have to say, all the weird negative feelings I've been feeling for the past few weeks, they don't seem to mean anything now. You know, my dog is wagging her tail and running around my house, and yesterday I thought she was for sure going to be dying. I thought I legitimately worried that I was taking her to the vet and they were going to tell me they had to put her down today. So, you know what? Everyone says it all the time, but go hug something you love. Go hug someone you love. Do something that you want to do for yourself or with someone else, because you never know. You never know. And we all forget that all the time. None of us are as appreciative of the things we have or that what we could lose as we could be. And myself, most of all. So, anyway, let's go watch June. Let's go watch June play some piano. I'm sure it can't stand up to our experimental noise rock, but let's try. Well, this doesn't appear to be a piano concerto, and the bit of dust here. Oh, ho, ho, and over there. What the hell are you going on about, Richard? Ah, Sid, good evening. Sorry I'm getting so many screenshots. We're just having so many wonderful facial expressions from people that we don't normally talk to. What brings you to my hotel on this fine day? Are you perhaps interested in spending a night in one of our rooms? Come now, don't be shy. I don't know why this is his voice. Oh, you have a home in the area. Oh, well, that's a shame. Richard, you didn't know that about me? Come on. For us only, of course. Anyway, what brings you here? I came to watch June play. Just giving our place the once over, Well, you're welcome to loiter for a while in the lobby. I like how you call it loitering. If you do visit the rooms, please be considerate of other guests. There's also a gym on the 3rd floor that's open to the public if you want to exercise. Buddy, going up to the 3rd floor is exercise for me. My granddaughter is fond of that spot in particular. If you see a lovely young ballerina, that's her. Anywho, if there's anything else I can help you with, I shall go back to dusting. The voice I've given him and anywho don't exactly mesh, but I kind of love that. This is just, oh my god, we're gonna have so many cutscenes. An awkward exchange. As I was saying, madam, the 3rd floor room is not for public use. It's my private quarters. You can't book a stay in an occupied room. May I recommend the VIP suite on the 2nd floor? It's full of... No. What I want is to stay in the huge room on the 3rd floor. Book my name into that room now, or else I will call the manager. I'll tell everyone how bad this hotel service is if you don't. Oof. Can I step in and, like, throw salt in her eyes or something? Huh? Who are you, kid? The adults are busy here. Go away. Ma'am? Excuse you. Sid, now's not a good time. I do apologize, madam. I don't. You start a little lie about being a long-time customer. You talk about how much better the 2nd floor is compared to the 3rd floor. Oh, that's correct, madam. Mr. Sid here is an old patron of the hotel. Look at that wink. I gotta get that. If I were a guest, I would take the word of someone who has already experienced our hotel. In addition, we have a limited offer, free breakfast and bed deal if you book that room today. Oh, is that so? Well then, I'll take this brat's suggestion. I look forward to that breakfast. Oh, lady. I'm gonna leave a horse head under your covers. I would never do that, because I wouldn't harm the horse. Is she gone yet? Whew, my goodness. Those types of customers really are such a hassle. I did find it quite amusing when she mentioned speaking to the manager, as I own the place. If my wife were here, she would have thought of something fast like what you did, Sid. Thank you for the help. I was on the very verge of losing my temper, I do say. That woman was so entitled, I tell you. Oh, I do think I need a break. Hey everyone, little heads up. I had to cut the audio out of this because it got copyright flagged as soon as I put it on YouTube. So thank you, Beethoven, for coming after me from beyond the grave. I guess instead just enjoy some Stardew music. Oh, man. Okay, that was really cool. That was not what I expected. I really thought it was going to be a cutscene. But that's actually... I kind of like that better. I do know that at a certain point, I believe it will be... It's your second year of having Ridgeside installed, so I assume that'll be, next year. You can rent space in the hotel for birthday parties and things like that, and blah, 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 blah. And I wonder if you do that on one of the days that June is playing, if they're actually going to be there playing. I think that could be very, very cool. I really like that. I think that was very interesting. And I like the songs as well. I used to dabble with the piano. Whoops. I have never owned a piano, but I had a it wasn't a full 88. It was something very, very near that. It was a large keyboard, an old Casio, and I used to, bang around on that, and I had a lot of fun with it, and it has definitely been on my list of things I would like to get. Obviously, I have a bunch of other instruments I talked about recently that I would like to get as well, but I think getting an old used keyboard is probably more in my monetary wheelhouse, and I have thought about if, depending on what house we end up getting, having a little music room could be pretty cool. But I don't know. Oh, you know what? We should go check our star fruit while we're at it. Nothing. Okay, that's okay with me. Now, let's go get this goat cheese. Hi, Honk. Let's go get this goat cheese rockin'. Because it only takes a short amount of time, and it's going to be a bit until we have the rest of our omelet ingredients ready to go anyway. You know what I did realize, though? We can plop this guy back a slot. There we go. One there. Round these three out. Okay. Looking good, looking good. When this one here in the corner, right here, when this mead is finished, we're going to move this cask over as well. And you know what? I did mention needing some more casks, because we're at the point, because wine takes so long. Let's go see what those take. I have a feeling that we are not, going to have enough to make many more. Because I think they require a single hardwood along with the rest. Is that correct? Yes. Mostly wood and a single hardwood. You know what? It's okay. It's okay. Let's go check it out, see what we can make. See how many we would need first. And then we'll go from there. Okay. To truly maximize this joint, right? We could have a whole nother row. In fact, do we have any that are... Yes, here. Let me take that. Just for the sake of figuring this out here. We could set another row down right here. Right? Yeah. Another row down that way. And that would still leave room to walk down this path and still have one on the edge, right? So... see here, that'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and then we'd need 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, And then I believe one more row here of what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay. So way more than we can actually even afford to make. But we can get a few going. I'm okay with that. And I kind of like this. I like this central row. I'm sure some people this will look cluttered, but I actually think it looks pretty cool. I kind of like that. We'll go ahead and replace. Actually, no, wait. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go ahead and put the ones right here and really make this joint claustrophobic. Love it. God, I love it. Okay, cool. That frees us up a little extra space to age some more wine. Okay. Oh, you know what? It's already 1:20. Let's go ahead and check our weather, and then we're going to get on with it. What have we? Oh, it's going to Spirit's Eve. Right. Okay, clear and sunny. Now, that means we are going to have to make sure to feed Sinclair and Lil Peep. That was their issue yesterday. Jeff, you're going to make me pass out, buddy. Oh, hey. It is Paula's birthday and Spirit Eve. We're going to have to get to her before Spirit's Eve. Okay. I think we can manage that. Well, hey, I know today was a little bit weird, and I don't mean to be morbid about Poke and her health and dying. And like I said, I don't think of it that way. That's not why I brought it up. I don't need pity or, you know, thoughts and prayers, any of that. That's not why I say any of this. I just, you know me, I just talk about what goes on in my day, and specifically I try to get something positive out of things, and that was the positive I got out of it. Is it flushed all those nonsense negative thoughts out of my head to focus me on something that is real, and that is spending time with someone or something that I love. And again, it makes me appreciate the things I have, and I hope that you know, even one of you out there is able to get something out of that, and maybe feel a little bit of the appreciation I feel right now for still being able to hug my dog. But either way, I do appreciate you as well, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Be good to each other. Good night.